Today we're going to have a look at the Messerschmitt 108 from Classics Hangar. This is a German development company, and they developed this particular aircraft in about 2011. They then updated it in 2014. It is still available from their website, but the installation into P3D, v4.5, is unconventional. You have to create a dummy P3D folder and include a copy of the P3D exe in that folder. You can then install into that dummy folder. You then transfer the files manually into your real P3D folder. It is then necessary to transfer texture files from the common texture folder into the specific model texture folder. The texture config file shows you which textures are necessary for each specific model. The aircraft then works perfectly in P3D v4.5. This is the Orbeck Scenery for the Channel Island, Alderney. I recently did another video on Alderney, and you should subscribe to my channel and look that one up. That video briefly mentioned the Messerschmitt 108 Typhoon, and I was so impressed with it that I decided to do another video exclusively on the 108. In 1935, German aviatrix Ellie Beinhorn established a name for herself, and quite literally the Bf 108, when she flew a record-setting endurance flight from Berlin to Istanbul and back in one day. She christened the Bf 108A used in the flight Typhoon, leading Messerschmitt to adopt the name for all subsequent production models of the aircraft. Bf-108B accounted for the vast majority of all Typhoons produced, and they appeared in air displays and rallies at the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games, an event that was better remembered as a propaganda showcase for Nazi Germany. With the aircraft's success came interest from the Luftwaffe, and the Bf-108 was soon pressed into service in a number of roles, such as communications and liaisons duties, and as an air ambulance. It also served as the basis for a more well-known and feared Bayerische Flugzeugwerke product that was developed specifically for the military, the Bf-109 fighter. The story goes that after much political wrangling, Messerschmitt secured a contract for a prototype of a new fighter. Design work began in 1934, that basically involved taking the plans of the Bf-108, converting it to a single-seater with the pilot positioned where the rear seat would have originally been, narrowing the fuselage, attaching a suitably powerful V12 engine to the front, and arming the aircraft with a mixture of machine guns and cannons. The rest, as they say, is history. On July 11th, 1938, Bayerische Flugzeugwerke underwent a name change and became Messerschmitt Flugzeugbau GmbH, a name they had used briefly in 1933. This led to all subsequent Messerschmitt designs and aircraft receiving an ME prefix instead of the Bf prefix they previously used. By this stage, production had been moved from Augsburg to a new factory in Regensburg, Bavaria. And then, in 1942, another move was made to the captured SNCAN factory at Le Moreux near Paris. By the time World War II ended, 885 Bf-108s had been produced in both Germany and France, with a number of other proposed variations on the basic design. As promising as some of these were, only one of the proposals made it as far as the prototype stage, this being the ME-208, essentially a Bf-108 with retractable tricycle landing gear. Two were built in France, but one was later destroyed in an air raid, while the other managed to survive the war intact. Classics Hangar have also developed the Focke-Wulf 190D and the FW190A. So we'll just see a little bit of video showing these two aircraft in action. They can be loaded just as I mentioned for the 108, creating a dummy folder and then transferring the files manually into the P3D folder. Hope you enjoyed that. So please subscribe and see you next time.